If you're worried about the potential DJI ban in the US on drones, fear not. I have 4 very good alternatives in this very video. Let's go. G'day friends, if you don't know me, my name is Brett and I'm a real estate photographer. I use DJI products every day in my business and have done for the last 8 years or so. And as there is a talk on a potential ban on DJI drones, I thought I would offer some alternatives to that. But in a quick nutshell, what does a ban actually mean? Well, the Countering CCP Drones Act, which was recently passed by the United States House of Representatives, could alter the landscape of the drone market in the US. If you want more in-depth information on the ban, I've done a video previously right here. But in short, if the act becomes law, it could result in all new DJI drones not being sold in the US at all. That will limit the options for you, dear user, in the US as well, especially if you use drones for professional use. But recreational users will miss out as well, of course. So let's talk about alternatives to DJI drones. Despite the potential ban on DJI, you'll still have access to various high quality alternatives. So I've compiled a list of 4 other standout options from different companies that aren't DJI, and they cover different use cases and different budgets. And the first on the list is the Potensic Atom. It's probably best compared to the DJI Mini 3, and it is a great drone for beginners. It weighs under 250 grams at 249, so it comes in under that, so you don't need to register it in the US. It has a 12 megapixel camera and a 6-kilometer range as well. And price for the Potensic Atom is actually under the $400 mark, so it's actually quite competitive in price too. The question is, why would you choose the Potensic Atom? Well, one of the functions that I like about it is that it has manual camera control. Unlike other typical beginner drones, you actually have control over the camera settings in this drone. It also offers smooth video as well with the 3-axis gimbal that stabilizes that 4K video. So it's an excellent choice to capture that smooth video on a budget. And because it's under 250 grams, it's lightweight and easy to carry. What you should know before you buy this drone. The first part is the safety features. It actually lacks comprehensive obstacle avoidance. The other thing you should know is it does not support ND filters. So if you want to use ND filters to control those brighter conditions, you won't be able to. But the Potensic Atom is actually a good contender against the DJI Mini 3. If I had to pick out of the two, I would obviously pick the DJI Mini 3, but this is a video about what happens if DJI is banned, of course. So this is a pretty good drone for the price point. It's actually cheaper than the Mini 3 anyway. Next on the list is the Autel Evo Lite Plus, best for professional photographers. This is probably an equivalent to the DJI Air 2S. It has a 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixel camera, has a range of about 12 kilometers and will fly for 40 minutes on a battery, which is pretty decent. So why would you choose the Evo Lite Plus? Well, the camera in this thing is pretty good, and because of the 1-inch sensor, it really works well in low light conditions. But what I like about it is that it offers adjustable aperture from f2.8 to f11. And of course, the longer flight time is a huge bonus as well. What you should know before you buy this though. The biggest problem with this drone is the color profiles. It actually lacks D-Log profiles for video, which is pretty essential when it comes to color grading your footage. And the other issue, of course, is regulations. It's actually over the 250 gram range, so you'll have more regulations and restrictions in place when you fly one of these drones. But the Autel Evo Lite Plus is a great alternative to the DJI Air 2S, especially if you want superior image quality and versatility in low light conditions. And if I didn't mention this before, the price for the Evo Lite Plus is under $1,400 US. So let's talk about FPV for beginners. The best option I could come up with is the BetaFPV Cetus X, or Cetus, I don't know how to say it, Cetus. The camera on this drone is so lightweight, it's so lightweight that it doesn't exist, it doesn't have a camera. But it weighs 55 grams, has a range of 600 meters, and the price is under $250 US, so it's pretty cheap for a beginner FPV drone. Put it this way, if you want to learn how to fly an FPV and you didn't want to spend money on more expensive ones, you could get one of these and just fly around for a while. At 250 bucks, if you smash it, it's not that big a deal. So why should you choose the Cetus X? Well, it comes with everything you need for FPV flying, including goggles and a transmitter, and it supports multiple flight modes and speed settings to help beginners when they're learning how to fly. It's actually a really good training FPV drone. And what you should know before you buy. Okay, the battery life is limited to about 5 minutes, which isn't very long for these kind of things. And of course, the learning curve is quite large because it requires lots of patience and practice, especially in manual modes. But for those of you who want to enter the FPV market, it actually offers a pretty comprehensive starter kit. It's pretty good for the money. Okay, the next one is a weird one. It's for selfies. It's a drone for selfies. It's the HoverAir X1. It has a 12 megapixel camera and shoots in 2.7K video. It weighs a massive 125 grams and the price is under $500 US. So why choose the HoverAir X1? One of the main reasons is its ease of use. It's pretty much ready to fly straight out of the box. It has a quick setup and automated flight controls. And because it's so small and portable, you can pretty much take it anywhere. When you're traveling, it's pretty handy to have around. But what should you know before you buy this thing? It has limited manual control. It's pretty much flying in automated modes all the time. So you get very minimal manual flight options. And the other disadvantage of this is the price is a bit higher than normal for these kind of drones, but the price may become more competitive if DJI gets banned. But the HoverAir X1 is a great drone for people who just want to travel or capture selfies or aerial footage of themselves or so on. So what's the future of the US market going to be if DJI gets banned? Well, the US market will obviously shift towards other brands like Potensic and Autel to fill the gap, which means those companies will capture more market share, which will help development of those drones, and they might bring out better drones with better functions. But the problem is it will take years to get those drones up to the functionality that DJI already have now. So it's going to set the market back 2 or 3 years in development, at least. But then you have other companies like Anzu Robotics, which are building drones that are DJI-like, but they're built outside of China. They may also become significant players in the drone market. But if you still want to buy DJI drones, and who would blame you because they're awesome, I've done 2 comparison videos here that should help you out, and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.